Welcome to Cackling Heifers, y'all, a podcast where two sisters come together to chat about life, hot topics, current events, and all the things that make us cackle. I'm Mercedes, also known as Sadie B.
And I'm Marissa, aka Rissa Jean.
Hi, girl. Hi, girl. Hi.
What's up?
What's up? How's your week been?
It's been pretty good. Got back from Virginia, been settling in. And this Friday, I just what's the words for it? I just finally wrote my first newsletter on Substack.
Yes, you did. Tell us what
Yes,
it was
I did.
about.
So it was just an introduction to what I'm going to be doing, which is just excited. I still can't speak. This is take 2, and I sounded like I was in a garbage disposal, and I still do. It's just my observations and lessons from life, and just trying to reflect back on that in a fun way. I really miss writing. I used to write all the time, so yeah, you can find it at rissagene.substack.com.
Awesome. And we'll put it in the show notes. Show our girls some love. It'll be a clickable link.
Thank you. What have you been doing? How's your week?
So, this weekend, school started back for me. So, as y'all know, I'm in a grad program at Emory University getting my MPH. And it's an executive program, so I don't have to go to school all the time, but I do at the beginning of the semester and the end of the semester.
And so you forgot. You forgot this week.
I forgot. I screwed so much stuff up this week. I forgot I had school and made plans on plans on plans and forgot it was Mother's Day. Like, I don't know what was going on with my brain. I was just like, what the hell? Like, I got it all mixed up.
You deleted it. Yeah.
But my brain's just been fried from just like all the information. And then the other day, I went to the QT after class was over, and the QT truck ran the red light, but it was an 18-wheeler. I gave him grace. He ran the red light. As my light turned green, so he ran the red light going left. As my light turned green, I'm going straight. And the person beside him decided that they were also going to run the red light. And I said,
Sadie, where is
hell
this?
No.
Where is this going?
Wait, okay, so I told y'all I was reformed, that I was no longer that bitch when it came to road rage.
Not true.
But
not true. I don't know why you said that and put yourself out there like that. You
unfortunately, when she did that, I honked, and then I guess maybe she thought I was going to get gas. No, I parked right beside her, got out the car, and gave the most evil stare. They did not get out the car, so I could tell they were scared. And then I looked for them while I was in the QT, and they still were in there. Mercedes. And I was like, yeah, you didn't think I was going to park beside you. I know it's bad. I know, y'all. I know. You never know who's in the car, I know, but I was tired.
We should be worried about you. You're acting like we're worried about your safety. We are concerned.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
You're not.
I was so tired.
Were you having a bad day? You were just tired.
I was just overwhelmed with all the information. It was late. I was just like, are you dumb? You must not know who in this car. Don't play with it. 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 Shit. Like, are you like, no, like, so I'm going to get better, y'all. I'm going to get better, but I had to let y'all in that little tidbit. So that's been my week.
Mm-hmm. Now, was this before or after Chick-fil-A put cleaner in your coffee?
Oh my God.
At 10:31 a.m.
time. Let me tell y'all something. Don't get coffee right before they switch over to lunch, which is 10:30, which is so dumb. It should be 11 because they've already started to break down their breakfast stuff, and this is the second time.
I need to file You're so mad.
I need to file a fucking lawsuit. Fuck Chick-fil-A.
They really did put cleaner in there.
I do need to do something. And let me tell y'all how I know. The first time it happened, I was like, this smells like fucking fish. I took it back. I gave it to them, and then the girl was like, "Smell this," and I overheard the manager say, "Oh, that's cleaner. Oh,
Yeah, they had
give her a
already
refund."
ran
So I
yeah, ran the
overheard
cleaner
him say
through.
that. That's how I know. So I was like, "Yeah." So on top of Chick-fil-A doing that, school, then I had another road rage incident. That's my week, but Mother's Day's
Let's pray
tomorrow.
for
It's gonna be
Sadie's.
better. It's gonna be
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. Hopefully, hopefully, onto a much, much lighter note.
Mhm.
Sadie's, what is the iced, toasted, vanilla, oat milk, shaken, not stirred espresso this week?
Okay, guys. So I am going to be talking about Brian McKnight, the Netflix show Queen Charlotte, done by the queen herself, Shonda Rhimes. And I'm going to be talking about the Writers Guild of America strike as well. So last week, we talked about Brian McKnight. He even was in our title of episode 3. We talked about the drama with his 3 adult kids and how he has basically disowned them, and how the internet was dragging him, calling him such a horrible person. And then he posted all of these photos, right? And the internet called him out because they were from 2015. So he saw that didn't work. We saw through the lie. So he's like, shit, fuck it. I'm just going to say what it is. And so I'm going to give y'all a quick synopsis. I'm not going to play the video. I do not want to play that shit, but I'm going to give you a quick synopsis. So he says, I've never abandoned anyone. He basically says that their estrangement was mutual.
Mm.
He called it a mutual estrangement. What the fuck is that? Then he goes
Which do
that
exist.
mutual estrangement, like you
Yeah,
just
been
both
like,
ain't fucking
yeah,
with
they
each
both
other.
said, don't play with it, don't play with it, and then they
I
walked
just have a
away.
feeling it's not. Anyway,
Yeah.
so his kids posted on Instagram back in 2019, kind of airing him out as a deadbeat. And he said that once those posts were made, any roads towards reconciliation and acknowledging them was a dead issue. He said he changed his will the next day.
Mm.
And then to cap it off, y'all, he had the nerve to say, I make absolutely no apologies for naming my infant son Brian. I want him. And he said it with
With
emphasis.
his
He said,
chest,
I
yeah.
want him and the world to know that he is the one who is my true legacy. I was like, you low down, dirty motherfucker. He said, and he said it like that. I'm not
Yeah.
playing the video, but he
Yeah.
said it like that. He is the true legacy. He said, so I'll be over here continuing to love and protect my wife and our children as we continue to love our life. And he smirked and laughed. When I tell you the comments, multiple outlets posted on this, they chewed him up. They were, because he said those
Mm.
children. He
Mhm.
didn't say
Mhm.
my, he said
Yeah,
those
those.
children. Brian McKnight can go to hell. That was so awful. I just wanted to give y'all that update. It didn't make it any better. Basically, someone wrote a dissertation in the comments, and they were basically saying, when you have a parent that's an entertainer, you're not around a lot, that you often show love through money, gifts, and maybe that was the basis of their relationship, because he talked about how they only wanted money from him. He
Mhm.
talked about other things in that video, but I'm not going to get into it. And basically, what she was saying is, as you evolve into adults, that's still your relationship. They see that as a give
Yeah,
take. Like, you give
affection
me
and
money, that's how
attention.
you show my love, because that's what you did when I was younger.
Yeah.
But him as an adult wants the emotional attention. But all you did was
That
get the
wasn't
money growing
developed.
up, and that
Yeah,
wasn't
most likely.
developed, and you
Yeah.
have to develop it. And when they try to call it out, when you want more respect, now you want to disown them. They only want money from you when you haven't taught or tried to nurture a relationship that's outside of money, or that is something different. That person broke it down great, and he sounded indignant. He sounded like a narcissist. Like, he sounded like, they're done, they're dead, enough, don't ask me about it anymore. But now
Yeah.
his record sales, his shows are all going to pay the price, because nobody wants to spend their hard-earned dollars towards a person like that. It is his personal life. I get it, but it shows character, and some people are like, I'd rather not put my energy towards that type of character. And I
Mhm.
completely agree. So that was my little Brian McKnight update. So, Rissa, did you
Yes.
watch Queen Charlotte on Netflix?
I watched the first 15 minutes. I just could not get
Okay.
into it this time. I did watch season 1 of Bridgerton and loved it, and I just was not ready the other day. I was in a mood. So, give me the lowdown on it.
Yeah. So the actor that plays King George III, so basically it's a prequel to Bridgerton.
Mhm,
So it's
mhm.
giving you the backstory of Lady Danbury and Queen Charlotte. But it is loosely based on historical
Yeah.
facts. So Queen Charlotte was an actual queen, so was King George III.
Mhm.
And so the actor that plays him is so dreamy. Oh my God. His smile, their chemistry
Tell me
is
about it.
palpable. Oh my God. You can feel it through the screen. And it also, on Bridgerton, Queen
Mhm.
Charlotte, she has an attendant and his
Yeah.
name is Brimsley. And they show his love story. And the last scene, if y'all haven't watched it, I'm not going to spoil it, but it is a tearjerker. Like you're just going to be sitting there crying. It is so good. Shonda did the damn thing, but
As she
okay.
does.
So yeah, she always does her damn things, but she does it, she strays away. So Bridgerton is based on books, but Shonda's touch gives the show more depth. So unlike season 1 and season 2, it's not so all the frills isn't necessarily there. It gets into some pretty deep topics. So
So less structure, maybe more nuance, like straying away from
not
maybe
nuance. They really dig into like the mental health issues of King George. So
yeah.
historically, he was called the Mad King,
Mhm.
and they
Mhm.
dig into that like he goes through psychosis,
Gotcha.
and they don't shy away. So that's what I mean. You know, Bridgerton, you wouldn't expect to see that
Yeah.
in a Bridgerton
Yeah.
show. So
I
they
gotcha.
show it in Queen Charlotte. And so historically, they were a real queen and king. They really did have 15 kids. They
Mm.
loved each other. He never took a mistress. So they were really fucking y'all. They was out here in these streets getting it on. Maybe not in the streets, in the royal palace, getting it on. And um, she is Queen Victoria's grandmother. So we all know Queen Victoria, that's her grandmother, Queen Charlotte. So, and they touch on that in the show. So it's pretty historically accurate in some ways, like the
Yeah.
outline of it is historically accurate. So I just wanted to talk about that. It is amazing. If y'all haven't watched it, watch it. It is a great, it's only 6 episodes, so it's a quick
Oh, okay.
watch. So check it out. It was absolutely amazing.
Okay. Okay.
So now that we've talked about Queen Charlotte and Shonda Rhimes, y'all may know or have heard, but the I don't want to mess up the name because I say it by the abbreviation, but the Writers Guild Association is on strike. And Shonda has said she put down I'm sorry, the Writers Guild of America Association is on strike. And I saw a clip of Shonda Rhimes talking, and she said she has put down her pen as well. So I don't know if y'all know, this is going
Mm.
to affect your shows. Severance it is my show. It is on Apple TV.
You stay
They've had a
talking about
lot of
Severance.
I do, and y'all haven't watched it, and I keep telling you to watch it. So they already have freaking drama with the showrunners. There's beef.
Mhm.
I saw a TikTok about it. I was like, "Oh, that's why it's taking so long." They got beef. So there's beef going on. But also, Quinta said, let me tell you what Quinta said. Quinta
No.
says she is not writing anything. She is on strike. She is a part of that guild.
Yeah.
And she said, let AI write
Abbott.
Tyreek's rap lyrics. That's what she said. She said, kiss my ass. Let AI write Tyreek's rap lyrics. And I was like, oh God, y'all,
Yeah.
we may
They're
not
not
we,
they're not
we may
being
not get any
paid.
more Abbott Elementary.
Quinta is
We
not being paid.
we legit may not, well, she's paid, but the writers that are paid, so let me give y'all a
Yeah,
little bit of
break
background.
yeah, let me
Let
know
me break
about
it down to y'all.
this strike and maybe why it's
Absolutely.
happening because I'm sure it's
Okay. So it started on May 2nd, And so basically, it's a labor dispute between the Writers Guild of America, which is a labor union of about
Mhm.
11,500 writers, and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. And it, like I said, it began May 2nd, and it is the largest, y'all, interruption to American television and film production since the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, and as well as the largest labor stoppage for the WGA, which is the Writer Guilds of America, since 2007, 2008. They had a strike back then, and I'm going to get back to that, y'all, because y'all
But
may
that
not know.
timeline makes sense.
Well,
Historically,
yeah,
2008, what might be happening. So, but it's
right.
been a while.
But I'm also going to talk about another show that got. I'll talk about it later. I'll give y'all
Okay.
another fact. But so the main focus, so this is the whole. So if y'all don't know, I'm going to explain it to you now. The main focus point in the labor dispute is that residuals from streaming media, they're not getting it the same way they did from regular TV. So the WGA claims that the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers share of such residuals has cut much of the writers' average incomes compared to a decade ago. Writers are also they also want AI such as Chat GPT to be used only as a tool that can help research or facilitate script ideas and not be used as a tool to replace them. So they want that in writing. Like we can use Chat GPT, but only as a tool. We don't want it to replace us. So they are not seeing the same money in residuals. So there's reruns on streaming, but they're not getting the same amount of money if it was on a network channel. And so that is what this strike is about. A lot of your favorite shows are probably going to be affected. So when this happened back in 2007 and 2008, Breaking Bad was severely affected.
Mhm.
Also, Girlfriends, y'all. So if you love Girlfriends, we never got a season finale, like a series
An ending.
finale, because in part due to the strike, it affected it. So if your shows do come back, they're going to be shorter seasons, and we're all for the strike. Get your money.
Mhm.
They need to get their money. We're all for the strike, but I just want y'all to know a lot of your favorite shows are going to be impacted. So you're going to get shorter seasons, incomplete seasons until they get this money right. So if I were y'all, I would be watching it to make sure they get their money, so your favorite shows will be there when you want them. So I hope they get it together. These streaming platforms are making a lot of money, and they do need a clause that says AI cannot replace us. I don't think AI would be able to do as good of a job as writers
Could
because it
you
doesn't have the
imagine?
creativity. They asked Chat GPT about it, and they put out a statement, was like, no, we could it said the same thing. We could be used as a tool, but
Yeah,
it
it
doesn't
would
have the
be
same
it would be
creativity.
so. Yeah, I don't even want to get into that because I'm sure it could be done well, and if I say it couldn't, somebody is gonna force that to happen sooner than it should. But
Yeah.
I can just imagine it being really disjointed and being like a
Oh yeah.
Frankenstein, like
Oh
a
God.
well written, like a very well written
Yes.
Frankenstein of
Oh,
every show
so
we've ever watched. I
absolutely.
don't want to see that.
Absolutely. So that was my tea. I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of a education if you didn't know what was going on. So Rissa, what is your iced toasted vanilla oat milk shaken espresso?
So-
I
it's
said that with ease.
Yeah, it sounds like you order that or
Yes.
something.
Don't play with it. Don't play with
Oh my god, not
it.
again. Not again. So, okay. So this last week before I had left, I really rushed to paint my nails and to paint my toes.
Mm-hmm.
But I did not have enough time to give myself a pedicure. And
Ooh.
my feet were
Ooh.
really they were like real dry and crusty and dusty, but I just had to keep it moving. So anyway,
Okay.
but I am kind of a foot person. Like I don't dislike feet, right? Pretty
Mm-hmm.
feet, but we're not going to get into that. We're not going to
Okay.
talk
Let's
talk
not.
about how I like feet here.
We don't
But
want to turn this to a
um
feet fetish podcast. Or foot fetish podcast.
no, we're not going to do that. But so I felt really bad cuz every time I went to go put my feet on my man, I was like I know the bottom of these look
Ooh.
rough, really
Ooh.
rough. Anyway, the second I got home, they peeled. Now they're soft. They look fine. Well, I've messed them up since then again because I was outside doing yard work. But it did me dirty. I was gone from my trip. It had me looking like I had never taken care of my foot a day in my life. I got home, they looked like a baby.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I was giggling about that. I was looking at my feet and I was
Mhm.
giggling about that. But then I went scrolling on Instagram and I saw that in Nashville, Tennessee,
Mhm.
a Hilton hotel manager was arrested, caught and arrested. Yes, girl, caught and
I
arrested
saw
for
that.
sneaking into a man's room at 5 a.m. while he was sleeping and sucking on his toes.
Oh my god.
Sucking on
I
his
didn't
toes.
wait, so I didn't
Nashville.
I
Mm-hmm.
saw it, but I kept going. Did he get arrested?
Yes.
Oh
He
my
and he was like he was so listen to this. So the man that was accosted by mouth apparently
Uh-huh.
woke up, screamed, immediately
Oh my god.
recognized the man
Oh my god.
as the hotel manager from part of the staff that had come the day prior to help him with something in his room, and he just lost it. He reports now that he has PTSD and is unable to sleep since the event. Like,
Oh
can you
my
imagine waking up
oh
and
my god.
at the foot of your foot is a
Hell
yeah,
motherfucking
right?
no. Oh my god.
But then I
And
was thinking,
mhm.
my feet were so crusty and dusty, they might have saved me in this situation.
Oh hell yes.
If that man had come into my hotel room the day prior to try to fix my TV and then he saw
Oh my
my foot, he
gosh.
would have been like, nah, no, 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 I'm
So
good.
basically, wait, you went to see your man with Myra's feet. You remember that episode of Martin with
They
Shanae's
weren't
like
that
with
bad.
Myra?
They
You gotta get
weren't.
in on you gotta do
No,
Myra's feet
no,
like
yes, I
this.
know exactly what you're talking about. They were not. No, you did not need multiple files to get in there. They were just a little, they just needed to peel on the bottom. Like
Yes.
I needed to pumice stone them and I didn't have
But Rissa,
time.
serious question. What would you do if you woke up to a stranger sucking on your toes?
I would scream. I would be scream
Let me tell you what I would
and
do.
kick him.
I would
Kick
start
him in his tooth if I did it fast enough. Maybe
swinging. Oh my
I
god.
know, but he's down there.
Boop,
Like
boop.
foot,
I would have
you know
just
what I mean?
bop, 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 bop. I swear to God.
I
I
would
swear to God.
kick.
If I woke up and a stranger is sucking on my toes, it is over. It is a bop, 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 bop.
Like a
I'm
cat.
sorry. Like I'm tearing his ass because they would like that's such a violation. Like if someone touches me,
Yeah, oh well,
and it's a
yes.
I get the way I react. Some people freeze, some people
Oh yeah, no,
fight or flight. I
you
I
fight.
react. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Yes, you were you were like, thank you for ignitioning.
Tear that ass
Yeah,
up. And he looked like I saw the picture of his face. It looked like I
it
could take
looked.
him. It looked like I
Oh
could take him.
yes,
Oh, I'm taking the
yeah.
hotel chair. I'm knocking you upside your head. When they find you, they're like, damn, girl.
What happened in here? You be like,
What
I don't
happened?
know. He was sucking on my toes.
He was sucking on my toes and I did what I had to do. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Okay?
Woo!
Oh my gosh. Insane, Rissa.
Insane.
Insane. All right. Let's get to the shit this week. So, Rissa, we're going to do something a little different here. So, normally we talk
Okay.
about a bigger topic that we want to
Yeah.
dive in a little deeper on. This week, we want to talk about our icks. And I have a specific ick, and it's irrational. Let me just say this. I love anyone that can do something and laugh, make money from making content. I absolutely love it. But so in his name, y'all know who I'm talking about. He has the big muscles, he has the braids that he wears in a ponytail, and he often wears like a muscle tank top, like a black one and shorts. And he dances, but I think it's because his muscles are so big and he's always grinning. You know, someone now equated them to it being a menstrual show. I don't know if I would go as far to say that because I think he genuinely gets joy out of what he does, which I think is amazing. But it does give me the ick. So he surprised Deion Sanders, and he came off the bus and he was doing a shoulder roll, and I was like, oh, ick. It gives me the ick, and I think it's because his muscles are so big, and he does this big giant smile. So when you go to his page, okay, so he's his name is Big. It's not. It used to be Gorilla, and people were like, absolutely not. This is like a minstrel show. If you do that, like, don't do that. But his name is actually Big. Hold on. Oh, he's Nigerian. Okay, so his name is Big Groove. So he changed his name. He took the gorilla out, and he's now Big Groove. He is Nigerian. I see that from his page. His real name is Clive. Shout outs, Clive. I love you. I'm glad you're doing your thing, but I'm just saying, for me personally, that is something. And he does this thing where he tries out food, and he'll be like, shark bite, and it's just so cringe. It is cringe. It is cringe. And I think it's cringe because it's not my, I don't know. I think it's cringe because I'm just like, he's doing it in public. That's the cringe factor for me. Like, he's not like just doing it at home. That's one thing, right? He's around a bunch of people that he doesn't know. And so he's doing these dances around strangers, and he's doing the shark bite thing. And I think that is the cringe factor for me with him. And then Rissa, we were just talking about this as well. On the so that could be seen as like kind of corny, kind of cringe, but on the opposite, it's like men trying to be overly sexy.
Oh yeah.
Talk
like,
about it, Rissa.
Yeah, like for me is Shamar Moore when he started getting up there. And I remember the first time I saw him, I mean, this was a long time ago now, but I scrolled, I was like, wait. wait. No, he is not licking his lips and being like he was giving out baby girls.
Roll.
He was like
doing a body roll.
Yeah. But it's
and he had like that washcloth in his back pocket. While he was doing the body roll.
There's just something icky about someone who is attractive or conventionally attractive, mildly attractive even, who could get away with just doing their normal personality and it be so hot, but when they turn it up, it's like they turn on the Riz.
It's awful.
Please stop.
Just like the men that lick their lips, like,
and the hand, let me.
It was like a thing on TikTok for the longest where men would like have this ring light on them and they'd show themselves shirtless and then they lick their lips and then do the Birdman hands. And I'm like, oh, like, you're attractive, but that is giving me the ick. It is not doing what you think it's doing, sir.
It does the opposite.
Absolutely not. And we get this may be an irrational ick. You guys may find it, non-icky, and that's perfectly fine. We're just
this is ours. I don't care what you like or don't like.
Yes. But yeah, I think that it's irrational because it's like they're just living life, but
it's nasty to me. Yes, but it's nasty to me. That's what it is. It is okay. It is like, go do your thing, but at the end of the day, it is nasty for me.
It is.
And that's okay.
It's like, stop it immediately. Immediately no. Immediately no. Yes, girl. So you want me to talk about what's making me cackle this week?
Well, yeah, go ahead. What's making you cackle, girl?
Okay, I hope this isn't a long story, y'all. Bear with me.
It's gonna be long. It's gonna be long.
I have discussed that I have my undergraduate in public health. I am getting my master's in public health. We are there for long days on the weekends. So at the beginning of the semester, we go on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we are there all day. And I overheard a teacher talking about how we were so quiet. And I was like, bitch, Dad, we motherfucking Dad. This is your job. This is like, we have work and Dad. So while we were talking about how tired we were, there was another classmate and he was saying how he ate this cookie. Like, somebody was like, yeah, so-and-so, you ate that coconut thing and got a sugar rush? And he was like, yeah. And then I crashed.
Yeah.
So then he was like, y'all remember those pixie things? You remember the pixie sticks?
Yeah, the pixie
that were
sticks.
Like filled with sugar and you would get this rush?
Mm-hmm.
And then one of my other classmates, out of nowhere,
did she snort one? She said she snorted it.
No.
Oh, I did that a couple
times. She said, she was like, y'all remember when we used to smoke those candy cigarettes?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, you're right.
Yes.
We smoked candy cigarettes. we were out,
Mhm.
and then I was like, yo, Big Chew, Big Chew, the gum that was supposed to be chewing tobacco. It was Big League,
Yeah.
Big Chew. And I was like, wait,
We were
we
out
were
here
out here as
smoking and
kids,
dipping.
and our parents had the nerve to buy us candy cigarettes and candy chewing tobacco.
Mhm.
And I was like, because we're public health major, so no smoking, no tobacco is a big thing. But we're looking like, no, we was smoking when we were 8. We were smoking. We were lighting them up. And they, like, the candy cigarettes used to be painted, like, had dye that was pink at the end to, like, signal like an ember. Oh, yeah, we were out here smoking. And our parents gave it to us and watched us pretend to smoke like it was no big deal. It
And
was
then
just
turned
so
around and was
funny.
like, "Why you smoking?
Yes,
Why you
it was
smoking that
just,
black amount?"
and so it was so funny. Shut up, Rissa. So, so yeah, we were just like, we're public health majors, and we're reminiscing how we were like play smoking, like they were really
Mhm.
advertising to us kids fake
Mhm.
tobacco products.
I think
They
a
were
lot
like,
of
you're gonna use this tobacco when you're old
yeah.
enough.
Yeah. And when you think about it, a lot of kids' candy is strange. Like the dip and stick thing. And it's like,
Yes.
why? It's just pure sugar, just pure. It's like,
Yeah.
how many ways
Yes.
can we just consume? Or do you remember those waxy sodas? But
Yes.
the
They
it,
still
you would get like a drop of juice. It
they still
wasn't
sell
worth it.
those, and
Yeah.
Phoenix loves them.
He
And you would chew on
does?
the wax. Yes,
Yeah.
Phoenix loves them. They still sell those at some gas stations, but they have them at the candy stores.
Y'all be going to the candy store.
Pont City Market has a candy store, and I think they have. I'm pretty sure they have them in there. They have a little bit
Mm.
of everything.
Mm.
Yes. So that was my cackle, girl. That was my
Well,
cackle.
let us know what is going on with the best and the worst of Black Twitter once again.
Yes, y'all. We are at the end of the show, our last segments, and I got the foolery. Okay.
Oh, God.
The straight foolery. So this is another update. So before I get into the tweets, this is another update from another hot topic where we were talking about redemption and
Mhm.
how do we see redemption for people in the entertainment industry, right?
Mhm.
Jonathan Majors, TMZ reported that Jonathan Majors, they didn't say it's speculated. They said he is dating Megan Good.
I say
And
what?
yes. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, this is PR. If TMZ is saying that definitively, like, I think people need to realize, like, the tabloids and these celebrities, publicists, they have a relationship. They feed them the information that they want to get out for a narrative. And so I instantly thought PR, and I instantly thought, what the heck, yo? So in order to clean up the mess, you got to pick a black woman, right? Because
Mhm.
the alleged woman that this happened to was not black. She was a white woman. So you're pandering to black women now, and you want to up your public image because in the image of celebrity, Megan Good is seen as like a good girl. She was married to a former pastor, they divorced, but she's seen as like a good girl. So her image helps clean up your image, and then the fact that she's black caters to you getting black women back on your side, because from what I saw, black women were like, no, 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 no.
Mhm.
So I think it's disgusting. So let's hear what Twitter had to say about it. And we're gonna start off with our girl Sydney Newarkin. Let me tell you, Sydney gets on Twitter and she gives us what we need, okay? It's giving. So she says, I pray this news about Jonathan Majors is fake because if it's not, Megan Good Girl is giving hoyo, hoyo. It's giving goofy to a different degree. It's giving goofy. And it is because it does sound like
Oh
PR.
my
And if you
God.
agree to it, it is, girl, what is wrong with you? So that's the best one because I agree with Cindy because I'm like, why would you do this? If it is for PR, why? What? Anyways,
I
I'm
don't
not gonna.
know.
So let's read the
Yeah.
worst because there's always a worst in all of this. So through all of this, okay, while this is trending, this Twitter user has the nerve to say, haven't seen Megan Good's ex-husband, who is a pastor, and he's now one of the people on Married at First Sight. He's now one of the, I won't
Okay.
say judge, but he's now like a consultant or advisor. He's now an
Right.
advisor on Married
Gotcha.
at First Sight.
Gotcha.
So haven't seen Megan Good's ex-husband's video of him praying in a while now. women will break your spirit. Now, nigga, this conversation is going on about Megan Good and Jonathan Majors, and this is what you had to say? Women
What?
will break your spirit.
Because he
So
hasn't
that's the
seen him
worst.
publicly pray?
Pray. Women will break your. I was just like, leave
Goofy.
it
That
to a
deserves the do it
man.
again, boo. You did it so good. The
So he's goofy too for that tweet. Megan
Mm,
Good is goofy if this is true and she is in fact going along with this. I would not intertwine my brand with that until it was settled. Now, if this happened, let's say his name was cleared, fine. But right now, I wouldn't I would think more about she's 40, I think. I would think about I've been a grown woman. I'm protecting me. Like I'm not
mm-hmm.
I don't know this man, so why would I
Yeah.
potentially, you know, put a tarnish on my brand for someone that I don't know? Oh, mm-mm. Anyways, that's our Black Twitter tea. And Rissa, we have been doing a book recommendation. This is our third one, and you guys,
Yes.
our Goodreads link will be in the show notes. So you can click there. We give the books a rating, and you can look at every book we have recommended to you guys. I
Yeah.
think that's so awesome, and I love it. So check out the show notes. But this week, I am talking about Down and Out in Paradise. This is a New York Times bestseller, and it's the life of Anthony Bourdain, and it's by
Mm.
Charles Learshin. Rissa,
Yes. Tell me about it. I love
I have
Anthony.
not started reading this book. I mean, oh, I haven't. I have. I can't believe I said that,
Back
y'all. I
up.
swear to God. I swear to God. I've been reading this book. I can't believe it.
She's
So,
just tired.
as I've started reading this book, first of all, it's impeccably written
Mm-hmm.
because it's almost written in like a conversation style.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love his style of writing. I absolutely love it. So, in the introduction of the book, it kind of implies that Anthony Bourdain killed himself because of a woman. And I almost put the book down, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie, because I was like, "Oh, you ain't about to blame this on us." Like, I almost put it down because I was like, "What?"
Oh
But
God.
he posed it as a question, but I think what he's trying to imply and what it further, further along in the introduction as I got into chapter 1 and 2, basically it was Anthony Bourdain's personality. He was like a romantic to the next level. So if y'all don't know, Anthony Bourdain was married
Mm-hmm.
when he died, even though he had
Mm-hmm.
had like a girlfriend or whatnot at his request. He asked his wife not to divorce him and she didn't. So the way they frame it as like because of a woman, it's not because of like her per se, but his mindset,
Yeah, for
his
him.
anxiety around
Yeah.
relationships. And so for him, that may have been the reason because that's how he's like wired. Does that make sense? So it wasn't like, she did it or she's it wasn't that. It was the situation, a romantic situation of anyone.
Sure.
The
Yeah.
way
That.
it was would have done it. Yeah. It wasn't just, it could have been anybody that had
Yeah.
the same dynamic as they did.
This
Yeah.
pushed him in a certain way.
Yeah. So I love Anthony Bourdain. I get a glimpse of a little bit of his high school years. So let me tell you this, guys. So this is like essentially an unauthorized biography because some of Anthony's closest friends didn't speak with him. He did get quotes in other places from him, but his
Mm-hmm.
wife did give he has texts. He was able to have access to Anthony's texts, like his last text and all of that. So he did get that information. So to
Mm-hmm.
a degree, he got a lot of information with permission from Anthony's loved ones and some of his friends. So Anthony grew up next to Tony Bennett in New Jersey.
Mm.
So him and Tony Bennett's son were close friends.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to read you um
Yeah.
Anthony's last text.
Oh
And
no.
that's how the book starts, you guys.
Oh, that's how that
So,
book starts
yeah,
off.
before you even get to the introduction, you see his
Damn,
last
man.
text. So, and then,
Damn.
okay. So, this is Anthony's words, and he is having a text exchange with his, they were on and off a lot, and I can't remember her name to save my life right now. But, anyways, is there anything I can do? Says Anthony, question mark. She responds, stop busting my balls. He says, okay. And that is his final text exchange between him and Asia Argento. Her name is Asia. She's an actress. On the night he killed himself, and he hung himself in his he was in France in his bathroom, which is tragic. But I implore you guys to read this because I could read so many more quotes, and I have let me show y'all. Let me show those that are watching on YouTube. Rissa, I want to show you. I have hot
Bookmarked
pink
it.
post-it notes all
Oh yeah.
throughout, just really poignant things. Look, all throughout here because I couldn't read a page without, where's my
Without
post-its? Like,
yeah.
let me post this. It is phenomenal. I'll be done with it this week. So far, I want to give it 5. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. And once I'm done, I will edit my ranking if it's 5 because I loved Anthony Bourdain,
Yeah.
as I know
Yeah,
many of
absolutely.
us did, but this is written so well. It gives you a glimpse without being super intrusive because
Good.
what his family has done, and he talks about this. His family and friends have like Anthony Bourdain Day, and they're trying to protect the image. You know how people die like Whitney Houston, and they try to make it seem like it was all fairy tales and
Yeah.
raindrops and
Yeah.
candy drops. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say, but you know. They try to
Cane
make it seem
drops
like
and
it was
rainy drops.
like
Yeah.
their life was like a fairy tale,
Yes,
and
yes.
his wasn't. He did say he had the best job in the world, and he still couldn't believe it at times. He talks
Mhm.
about um Anthony said he was angry growing up as a teenager, but he never, even in Anthony's own words when he wrote his first book, Kitchen Confidential, he doesn't even dig into it. But basically, I lost my point is what I was trying to say
You were saying
there.
that the family trying to protect his image.
Yes.
Mhm.
So basically, he's saying, I want to just peel back that curtain. It's not anything bad to show anyone in their true light. It's not like Anthony
Yeah, the
Bourdain was
truth
like
is
some
the
awful
truth.
person or
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah. So it's
No.
nothing like that. It's just, shedding light on the truth. Yeah,
Mhm.
Rissa. And
Yeah.
I implore you guys to pick this book up. It will be on our Goodreads list. I can't
Yes,
wait to
check it
see what you
out.
have for us next week, Rissa.
Uh,
But I'm so excited. Please, please, you guys, pick up this book. This is a book. I liked my last recommendation a lot, but it was older. Like
Yeah.
this is nonfiction, that's nonfiction, but it was set in a different time. The first part of that book, 30 years in the White House, behind the scenes, 30 years in the White House, 4 years in the White House, 30 years a slave behind the scenes. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tearing that name up. I'm tearing it up. The first part of that, I was tearing it up. The first part of it was so good because
Mhm.
she talks about the way she describes her life so vividly.
Yeah.
So that was really good. This is good. It's more current, it's recent,
Yeah, and
so I
more
get to
relatable. More
Yes.
relatable.
So, yes, more
Yeah.
relatable. So I get to dig into it in a different way, and I'm
Yeah.
so excited about it. I'm so excited about it. Rest in peace to Anthony Bourdain.
Absolutely.
And that is the show, guys.
Mm?
But before we go, I want to send a shout out. I want to give a shout out to all the mommies, the mothers,
Yes.
the grandmothers that you will hear this on Monday. I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. I'm a mommy, and so
Yes.
Phoenix
Happy early Mother's Day.
he asked to go to the movies tomorrow to see Guardians of the
Mm.
Galaxy, and I was like, do you think that's what mommy wants to do? Does it look? He's like, well,
Maybe
you like
he's calling
Marvel, and I was like,
maybe he's calling you his guardian of his galaxy.
that is not what he was doing. Is the Little Mermaid out, Rissa? Do you know?
I saw a little. Oh yeah,
Is it out?
I think it might be because I saw a pic from it and somebody was like, why the scenes from Little Mermaid look like a slave movie, and it does.
Okay, so if it's out, that's
I
what
don't
I'm
know
gonna
if it's
do. I'm gonna make him go see that with me. I'll be like, this is my Mother's Day, and you're watching The Little Mermaid with
Little
me.
Mermaid.
Get your ass in here.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
So maybe that's what I'll do. So happy Mother's Day to you all. We hope that you enjoyed the podcast. Watch it in its entirety on YouTube.
Yes.
Check us out on Instagram. Oh, and y'all, follow us on TikTok, Cackling Heifers, because your girl here,
What you be doing?
I be chatting them gums. So I have this little thing called couch talks, and Rissa is gonna start a porch talk, but
Yeah.
we gotta get
I'm gonna
her.
get on it.
Yes, she's a little shy, but we gotta get her out of her shell, y'all. So go to our Instagram, go to our TikTok, leave a comment and say we want Rissa. We want
Oh,
Rissa.
shut up.
We want Rissa. We're just yapping now, y'all. But love you guys.
We
See
do.
you
We
next
love
week.
you. Bye.
Bye.